Hey there, Treasure Hunt fans, your pal Big D back here again with new announcements for this week. This week would be tomorrow be New Release Day, which is June 12th. So as usual, for every week on Monday, I have to post these videos up there to let you know what's coming out this week, what's coming out next week, and then any new announcements I heard. So let's get started with what's coming out this week. So this week's kind of a big week. It's not necessarily the biggest week in the world, but there's a few. I can speak. I do this all the time. I had this really bad problem with me. What goes up here, it goes a lot quicker than what comes out. You know what I'm saying? So like, a lot of times my mind is going 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever thousand miles a second, and my mouth is like, yeah, I'm taking a break. So I do apologize for that. But so this week, the 12th, what comes out this week is the biggest movie coming out this week is Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider that was out a few months ago. That will be on both Blu-ray and 4K. No steelbooks. It's a bummer. But oh well, it is what it is. Also coming out, so I'm looking forward to that, and I just an FYI, I will be picking that up. So I possibly will do a review. We'll see how it goes. Also coming out this tomorrow is the movie Love, Simon that was out a few months ago that was pretty critically acclaimed. That will be coming out on Blu-ray and 4K as well, and DVD. Let's see here. Sherlock Gnomes comes out tomorrow. That's the new animated feature with the little lawn gnomes. And that will be on, I believe that's just Blu-ray and DVD. I don't think there's a 4K of that one. Also, 4K announcements for tomorrow. There is a few just 4K movies coming out. So, The Darkest Hour. Let's see here. Terminator Genesis, the last Terminator movie. Forrest Gump, which I do want to get, but I've been reading some reviews so far that have said that the 4K presentation is okay, that it doesn't really enhance the picture that much. However, the Atmos soundtrack apparently is a home run, so it's kind of one of those ones that I probably will wait till a Black Friday deal when it drops down to $10, because $25 just a little expensive for me. And the last 4K coming out tomorrow, and this is the weird one, is Dirty Grandpa. No, I did enjoy the movie. I thought the movie was really funny. Does it deserve a 4K treatment? No. There's just some movies that cracks me up that they're doing right now, whereas they're putting a lot of these movies out on 4K that really don't need to be in 4K. They just don't. For me, 4K is for those movies that have like a lot of color, that have a lot of like great cinematography and beautiful scenery, or action flicks or sci-fi flicks, where there's a lot of stuff going on in them. I love that kind of thing, but for dramas and for comedies and stuff like that, the 4K, it's not, at least for me, I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I got a 4K with everything, but for me it's kind of like, well, do I really need that much more enhanced picture and color for Dirty Grandpa? I just don't see it. But that is coming out tomorrow, so if you're interested, go for it. Also tomorrow, the sequel to The Strangers, Strangers Pray at Night, is coming out. I'm looking forward to seeing that one, because I do really like the first movie. Also, they're releasing a couple of old school titles for anniversary editions. So, Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Coming to America with Eddie Murphy comes out tomorrow too, and they're both in special editions. They both have digital copies. Looks pretty good. Blu-ray, obviously. And then we also have Orange is the New Black Season 5 coming out, which I know they just announced, was it last week, that the season 6 will be out July 27th. Oddly enough, that's the day after my birthday. And then the last one to come out is, I'm sorry, a couple more to come out, is the next one to come out is the Christian-based I Can Only Imagine with Dennis Quaid, which oddly enough, that movie did really well in theaters. For a movie that only cost a couple million to make, it did like $40 million. I remember the opening weekend, it was like number 2 in theaters, and it stayed in the top 10 for quite a while. So my understanding, it's a really well done movie, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to watching it and checking it out. And then the last couple of movies coming out are going to be coming out by a company called MVD, and they recently put out Attack of the Killer Tomatoes and Return of the Swamp Thing, and they are putting out a movie called I think it's like oh my gosh, I can't read my own writing. Isn't that great? Abominable or something like that. And the other one, which I'm actually really excited about, is Lionheart. That's the 80s classic with Von Damme. I do have it on a Blu-ray collection set, but it's one of my favorite Von Damme movies, so I may end up picking that up. But they do a really good job. I was really impressed with Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I thought it was really well done. They had a tremendous amount of special features on that disc. The picture was really good for a low-budget movie that was filmed, 70s, I guess? 70s, early 80s, somewhere in there. And a lot of special features, excuse me. And it had a really cool poster you could fold out that was an insert there. You get a little poster. So it's really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. So that is what's coming out tomorrow. Kind of a so-so day. I heard rumors because I did not get that Texas Chainsaw Massacre Steelbook from Best Buy. It was supposed to be out on Friday. They didn't get it. I keep reading the forums. Some people saw it at Best Buy. Some people didn't see it at Best Buys. And then I saw it in their ad on Sunday. Well, that's not cool. They got to put in their ad. They don't have it. And then I'm hearing some. I'm reading. I read some other stuff today that said maybe tomorrow it was going to be out tomorrow. Some people are going to put it out tomorrow, or it's put out on Sunday. So I don't know. I'm going to Best Buy tomorrow. I'll check it out, and I'll definitely let you guys know. So that is it for tomorrow. Now, the following week, which is the 19th, we have a couple movies coming out, but it's a really small release week. Well, let's see. Realistically, there's only 2 movies coming out. One movie called Unsane, which my understanding is the whole movie was filmed with a 4K smartphone. Like it was filmed with like an iPhone 7 or something like that. So I'm not really sure about that. It's about a woman, I guess, who kind of starts going a little bit crazy and stuff like that. I don't know much about it. I've seen a couple people talk about it a little bit, but I don't really know a whole lot about it. And the only other movie that's really coming out that's any note anyways, other than some, they're re-releasing a bunch of stuff that's been on Blu-ray and DVD tons of times, is Pacific Rim Uprising, which I know my nephew is really excited about because he really likes those movies. I do too. That one is coming out in a steelbook, Blu-ray, DVD, and a 4K. And it's also coming out with an exclusive 4K at Best Buy that's 3D. So it's a 3D 4K Blu-ray along with a Blu-ray and a digital copy. Yeah, go figure that one out. Whereas the steelbook for Pacific Rim, I believe it's Target, which is really weird because it's not like Target gets a lot of steelbooks anymore. I think the last steelbook they got was the last Batman animated movie that came out, and pretty much everybody seemed to get that steelbook. Otherwise, it's been a while since they've had an exclusive steelbook. So that is it. So next week will be a really small week. So that's it. Now, announcements. There wasn't a whole lot of announcements this last week either, and I think that's due to the fact that schools are letting out and it's getting to the summer. So that kind of stuff I've noticed is ramping down. And I don't know if you guys remember from one of my other videos, I used to run a Suncoast store. And if you remember way back in, Suncoast was the movie store in the mall. And I ran one of those for almost 10 years. So I remember these kind of things. Like during the summer, everything always seemed to slow down because everybody's out on vacation. Everybody's having a good old time. Nobody's really spending time at home. They're out doing fun stuff. So usually announcements will kind of die down a little bit to around August. And also they'll start picking back up because they know they're getting ramped for Christmas. But what was announced last week was Scream Factory's coming out with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation in a special edition set. And I don't know if you know, but that's the one with Matthew McConaughey and Renee, and I always say Zellweger. I think it's Zellweger. But with those two in it, and I don't think either one of them will acknowledge they even did that movie, but Scream Factory is coming out with a special edition treatment of that, which I'm looking forward to because although it's not the best movie in the world, it is actually kind of fun to watch. Also, let's see here. Christine was announced in 4K. So very interesting to see Christine in 4K. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. I was about ready to buy it on Blu-ray because I actually don't own it on Blu-ray. But I think I'm going to back off now because I'd like to see what that movie looks like in 4K. Also, Shout Factory, which is the same company as Scream Factory, is releasing 2 movies they announced this week. One is City Slickers, the Billy Crystal movie from the 80s, which is a really fun movie. And the other one, and I just watched this yesterday on Blu-ray that I own, is Quigley Down Under with Tom Selleck, which I'd forgotten how much I really enjoyed that movie. I actually literally just watched it yesterday. And I forgot how much fun that movie is. So I might dump the cheesy Blu-ray I got and get this thing because I really enjoyed it. I'd forgotten how great that movie is. Alan Rickman's in it, rest in peace. But it's a really good flick. And then let's see here. The biggest of all announcements would be Super Troopers 2. They did announce Super Troopers 2, and that will be out on July 17th. You know what? And I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the other one. So City Slickers and Quigley Down Under will be out September 25th. Christine 4K comes out on 9/11. And then the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie will be out on September 25th. So that is it for new announcements. Like I said, there wasn't a whole lot announced this week. I was kind of surprised. But again, it's the summertime. However, I don't know if you've seen it, but you need to see it. And I'm going to be doing a video on this here. Is the new Halloween trailer came out. And I'm a massive fan of Halloween. Out of all of them, Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy, Chucky, all those, Michael Myers is my favorite. It's been my favorite since I was a little kid. Since I creeped in and watched through a doorway down the hallway when my parents were watching it when I was a kid. So it scared the living daylights out of me, and I've loved it ever since. And as a matter of fact, my guest host, my brother, who was on a couple weeks ago, about a week ago or something like that. He's a big fan of his as well. We've both been big fans of me for a really long time. We're actually going to be doing a retrospective of all the Halloween movies, getting prepped for the new Halloween movie, which we will then both do again. We'll do a review of the new Halloween movie. But definitely check it out. I will be doing a video of my thoughts on the Halloween video, so be on the lookout for that. Otherwise, that is it. I don't have anything else. Like I said, it's kind of a weird kind of release week things going on there. So first off, please like and subscribe to this video if you like the video and you want to see more from Big D. Also, leave some comments down below. Are any of these movies coming out tomorrow you're interested in? Is there any movies coming out next week you're interested in? Or is there any movies that you see in the theaters lately that you can't wait for to come out on DVD? Or Blu-ray or 4K or Steelbook or whatever else they can throw at you. Otherwise, that is it. Thank you all for watching this video. I really appreciate it. You guys are the reason why I do it. You guys rock. Everybody take care. Always remember to keep hunting because you just definitely don't know what you're going to find. Although I got to say this, a little caveat here, a little caveat. I have to say that I've noticed lately at the Goodwill store, stuff like that, they're getting a lot more movies in because I guess because of spring cleaning. So there has been a lot more, but it's been a lot of common stuff. It hasn't been anything really. It's stuff like, oh, there's 5 more copies of Titanic, or there's 7 more copies of Billy Madison, like that. So it's been a lot of like just generic stuff. But I am going to be changing some of my formats here. Next month will mark my 1-year anniversary doing this, so be on the lookout for some changes that I'm working on. But again, thank you all. Always keep hunting, and remember, live long and prosper.